A white man sat on a live show to open his mouth to said, we don't need them. We don't need them. We can basically do it on our own. He's not the only one who other people that are not my color also bragged about it. And I saw the video and I said, no, let me bring it here. Let's digest this together. And let's ask ourselves one question. What will America be? What will Europe be without black and brown people? That's just the one question I have. Let's dive right into it. Credit belongs to original creators of every clips and stitches we use in our today's episode. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and come back for more. And this is just for educational purpose so that we can educate ourselves because when these people want to blah, blah, blah out of their mouths, they don't think before they do things. Watch and drop me your comment. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go there, guys.
You're saying because you in your video you said we don't need them, they need us. Who's they?
Yes.
Who's they?
The white people ultimately don't need other races in order to succeed, in order to be ourselves. Absolutely not.
So how do you think America became the greatest economic nation without?
Not through black people.
Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't because of free labor.
Are you talking about slavery?
No, I'm talking about slavery and also what happened after slavery, which Douglas Blackman talked about, slavery by another name. So I'm trying to understand, when you say didn't need it, how do you think America became the greatest economy that it did? How do you think that happened?
Through the genius of Europeans.
How was the genius of Europeans when the fact of the matter is it was actually King Cotton that supplied the economic means for America to do so? And that was a result of free labor from black people.
Look, the whole point here is that who creates these systems, who creates these business models and businesses?
Slavery was a business model?
Well, yes, it was a business model, yeah.
And was that one that you like or dislike?
I dislike.
You dislike?
Yeah, I absolutely reject it.
Okay,
yeah.
So but you deny the reality though that's what allowed America to become the economic power, because America supplied 91% of the world's cotton, and so as a result of that, that's how America was able to fund the Industrial Revolution. It was because of free labor from black people.
Build your own country. You didn't fucking build our country. You didn't build shit. Some of you worked here, yeah, but you didn't build. If that was the case, then you could build your own shit in your own country. Look at Africa. How great is that built? Tell me how great that's built over there. Wow. It's a economic powerhouse over there, isn't it?
Exactly.
Greatest standard of living on the planet.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Didn't even invent the wheel until the 1900s.
Well, you look at what a free market does for a country. The United States is, the founding is nothing short of a miracle, and because of that, the free market, you've been able to have some innovation that has changed the world.
Black men died in North Africa fighting the Germans. Black men died at Anzio Beach, at Palermo, at Naples, to free Rome, to free Paris, to free Europe. Damn it! Yes. We died to build America. And America has rebuilt Germany and Japan, and the nigger is still suffering and dying in the streets of America.
Imagine waking up tomorrow and every black and brown person in America is just gone. No warning, no explanation, just poof, gone. The workforce, the culture, the communities, the contributions, just all erased overnight. What would happen to America? Would it thrive, like some racists claim? Or would it collapse under its own weight? Let's talk about it. Black and brown workers make up nearly half of America's essential workforce. Nurses, teachers, farm workers, truck drivers, construction workers, delivery drivers, just gone. The $3 trillion that black and brown consumers contribute to the economy vanished. Small businesses, over 30% of them are minority owned. That means empty storefronts, lost jobs, and neighborhoods turned into ghost towns. We know for a fact that the U.S. relies on immigrant labor in historically oppressed communities, to do the work that it doesn't want to acknowledge. Without Black and brown people, who's going to keep things running? Who's going to make America cool? Let's be real. American culture is Black and brown culture. Hip hop, gone. Latin music, gone. Fashion, slang, food, art, all gone. The NBA, the NFL, boxing, decimated. No more Serena Williams, no more Patrick Mahomes, no more Jalen Hurts, no more LeBron, no more Messi, no more Usain Bolt. You're watching a golf tournament in silence now. Black culture alone generates billions for corporations, but those same corporations fight against Black empowerment. Imagine them trying to profit off America, but they have nothing but bland corporate branding and country music. But we created that too. 1 in 5 doctors, 1 in 4 nurses, 1 in 3 home health aides are Black or brown. Who's going to take care of America's aging population? The agricultural industry. Most farm workers are Latino. That means no fresh fruits and vegetables. Fast food, meat packing, warehouses, sanitation. Heavily dependent on Black and brown labor. But if they're gone, those industries, they shut down overnight. The same people that America underpays and disrespects are the ones keeping it alive. 40% of the U.S. military is made up of minorities. Without them, America's global power weakens instantly. Law enforcement? Black and Latino officers make up 30% of the police force. Who's going to patrol the communities? America would no longer be a superpower. Because trust me, the rest of the world is watching. America needs the very same people that it mistreats. The U.S. relies on immigrant workers and young Black and brown folks to fund programs like Social Security and Medicare. Without them, there aren't enough taxpayers left to support the system. Retirement funds? Drained. White America will realize too late that the same people they spent decades trying to suppress are actually the backbones of this country. America's entire financial system depends on people of color, but it refuses to invest in them. Who's left to blame after we're gone? Without Black and brown people, who's going to be the new problem? Can't blame crime on inner cities. Can't complain about taking our jobs. Can't scapegoat immigrants anymore. So who's the new target? Because history shows that when oppressed people disappear, the powerful just find a new enemy. The reality is Black and brown people built this country, fund this country, and maintain this country. America doesn't function without its most exploited and underappreciated people. The real question isn't what happens if we leave. The real question is, why is America so dependent on people that it refuses to respect? The fact is, America doesn't deserve Black and brown people. But without us, it doesn't exist. All right, let's finish what we started. Because a world without Black and brown people, it wouldn't just be dull. It would be dysfunctional. Let me tell you how much we'd take with us. Let's start with transportation. No traffic lights. Garrett Morgan. No modern highways. Latino engineer Guillermo Gonzalez Camarena. He also helped bring color TV. Say goodbye to that too. No gas-powered cars. Mexican inventor Victor Ochoa. He helped design one of the first. I hope you like walking. And let's talk food because your plate, it just got real sad. No potatoes, tomatoes, chocolate, vanilla, corn. All from indigenous Latin America. No coffee. Ethiopians gave y'all that. No sugar or rice. South Asians and Middle Eastern traders, they made this global. And even the way that we cook and season food, African, indigenous, Caribbean, those cultural traditions, they help shape that. You're going to be eating bland and boiled everything. Now let's talk hygiene. The Moors, aka the Black Muslims from North Africa, they brought indoor plumbing, advanced sanitation, and soap to Europe when folks were still throwing waste into the streets. If we never existed, y'all would still be musty. Not opinion, just history. And if we're talking healthcare, just know that modern medicine wouldn't exist without Black and brown people. Cataract surgery, Egypt. The first surgical instruments, India. Blood banks, Dr. Charles Drew. No advanced surgeries, no blood transfusions. If you get sick, good luck. And don't even think about electricity. The modern light bulb, it wouldn't exist without Lewis Latimer. Refrigeration, that was Frederick McKinley Jones. Now your food's rotting and your lights are out. And guess what? You're also bored out of your mind. Because there's no hip-hop, no jazz, no salsa, reggae, Bollywood, kung fu movies, and rock and roll. And guitars? Black Moors introduced stringed instruments to Europeans. The whole world just got a lot quieter. The concept of zero, algebra, advanced geometry, all trace back to African, Middle Eastern, and South Asian civilizations. Astronomy? Ancient indigenous and African societies. They mapped those stars before Europeans even knew what a planet was. Physics. The foundations of motion and engineering, they came from Arabic and African scholars, long before Newton showed up. Computers. You remember Guillermo Gonzalez Camarena? The color monitor. Poof. And here's the thing that stings. Y'all aren't surprised by any of this. You always knew. That's why you built entire economies off of stolen labor, stolen land, and stolen inventions. Thomas Edison gets credit for the light bulb, right? But Lewis Latimer made it work. Elvis Presley became the king of rock and roll by mimicking Black musicians. And when we did build our own wealth and communities, they were burned down. Tulsa, Rosewood, Wilmington. It'd be more than a country without culture and the relationships that you've built. No advanced medicine, no modern transportation, no working electricity, no technological advancements, no cultural influence, no innovation. What would be left if we took away everything that we gave you? Because from where I'm standing, not a damn thing.
None of us would be here without Black women. 0 people would be here. There would be 0 of us. We wouldn't even be able to imagine or begin to fathom what it means to be free without the work of Black women. And yet, I've never witnessed hatred like the hatred that's hurled toward Black women. It's a whole different level. You know, Black women owe everyone else nothing. Absolutely nothing. And yet, how dare humanity demand everything of Black women? Y'all, what in the entire hell?
Can you believe that? The 50 states in this country, not a single state in America has a Black community. If you really define what a community is, there are Black neighborhoods.
Neighborhoods, yeah.
But we don't have a Black community.
So define the Black community for for our audience.
Well, take an example of Chinatown.
Okay.
Chinese don't come here saying, "Oh, I'm rich, then I'm going to live in Greenwich."
Right.
There's a reason they all want to live in Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
Because the kids grow up and they just inherit the culture, the traditions, the customs, because they see another Chinese,
right.
a Chinese family, a teacher, a lawyer, an engineer, and they just see it. Mm-hmm. So for children, the eye teaches them more than the ears. What they see is what they copy.
Exactly.
Now, even in Bridgeport, as small as it is, in Bridgeport is divided into what? 4 parts. Go to Park Avenue, mm-hmm. and as soon as you begin to ascend the hill towards Sacred Heart,
yeah.
That is the Jewish community.
Mm-hmm.
They have the synagogues there. They have the Jewish community center. They have the Jewish children's home and everything. Next to it is the Greek center. Mm-hmm. So the Greeks, they bring their kids, they speak in their language. They have the Greek festival every year.
Yeah.
The street is blocked. That's a community. Chinatown is a community. Mm-hmm. They write everything in Chinese. Flatbush is a Korean town in New York. The churches, the daycare, the primary schools, their businesses, law firms, real estate, all concentrated in one place.
Yeah.
I was in LA in June for a conference, and I decided to go to Little Tokyo, and I was blown away. Mm-hmm. They took a section of LA,
right.
and you see Japanese history on walls, on the streets. You think you're in Tokyo.
Yeah.
So kids grow in that place, and they don't have to look far, but they are still in America. America is not a melting pot. It's a salad bowl. Mm-hmm. I need to know the lettuce, the carrot, the tomatoes, the onion. They are still there, you can tell, but they're all part of it. So when I say blacks don't have a community, that's what I mean.
Right.
I know a lot of y'all probably disagree with me, but seeing that Arkansas farmers and farmers across the United States are struggling lets me know clearly that this thing we call America wouldn't be nothing without minority. Minority is the real majority. Y'all see what the farmers are going through. Y'all see what the farmers are going through. If you Latino, if you African American, if you Asian, If you're Native American, just want you guys to know that this world will be nothing without minority people. We see it right now.
How do you think the economy would look in America if all the black people just say, you know what, we out?
Why
we
do you
got a
think they
country.
stopping? Your president just banned 12 countries about to ban, he said 25 more.
Yeah.
And like as I told you, all of them are brown countries.
Yeah.
Ghana was on that list.
I
so
saw
they
that.
already seen the exodus of black people getting more passports, getting more documentation for countries. They don't want your money leaving here. So now they about to play more games with us. You see what I'm saying as far as travel? They know what would happen. Now you got, because when I go over there, or I'm dealing with companies, they want us to come over there because we already know the game they playing. So they're getting educated off of black Americans about the games that's being played.
You think that the American economy will collapse?
Negro, in the damn ground. And then not only that, which is sad to say, you got a lot of white people who are bigoted and racist. They're going to turn on their own white people because they need somebody to hate. And they are going to annihilate the other white people who's still here with them. They need somebody. Think about the Civil War. They was fighting each other.
Probably the poor whites. They're going
to annihilate. They're going to be the poor white people that annihilate the other ones because they're the ones that ain't got nothing.
True, because it's more
they
poor
ain't got
than
nobody else to hate. If you don't have nobody else to hate here, and that's your culture, that's part of your culture, what you going to do? You about to eat each other alive.
I always tell people the day the Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. But the problem is our communities are divided. For Asian Americans and for African Americans, we probably have one of the worst relationships between any community.
Well, I bet you a lot of...
So then tell your community to stop being anti-black towards black people in America. I mean, it's not that hard. All you have to do is have a little meeting with your said race and tell them to stop being anti-black towards black people. Like, are we serious right now? Like, everybody starts with us. And then when we as a whole clap back at everybody, white people, Asian people, don't matter. Now it's all about, like, that's not how that works. We were brought here literally against our own will. In the Americas, in the Caribbean, in Canada, Mexico, we were brought here against our will, right? The majority of other races chose to come here. The majority, yes. I'm aware that some Asians were enslaved and brought here to work on the railroads in the West. I get that. But outside of that, the vast majority of y'all chose to come here. So stop with this whole, we on the same boat. We all equal. We all equally go through the same thing. No, we do not. No, we do not. And that's no hate towards the Asian community. I love my Asian folks down. But stop the nonsense. Work on your community and tell them to stop being anti-black to us. When you guys owning your little corner stores and this, that, and the third, when you guys are owning your businesses and you see dark-skinned black folks, light-skinned black folks in general, whether they have cornrows, dreadlocks, whatever the case may be, walk into your establishments, okay? And you guys get a little bit of anxiety because we're wearing a shiesty or we're wearing a durag. Maybe you need to work on your internalized anti-blackness before you sit here and worry about how we react to it, respectfully. Then maybe, just maybe, we can work together and fight this big old oppressor of ours, right?
Our world would suck without the amazing contributions of Black Americans, Part 2. Let's give a nod to the brilliant Patricia Bath, a proud Howard University grad who pioneered laser cataract surgery and became the first Black American female to receive a medical patent. We owe a big debt of gratitude to Dr. Shirley N. Jackson, whose research enabled the invention of the portable fax machine, the touch-tone telephone, fiber optic cables, call waiting, and caller ID. She was also the first Black American woman to earn her PhD from MIT. And Mark Hanna blew our minds because his programs created the special effects for movies like Jurassic Park, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and so many more. Dr. Betty Harris created spot tests to identify explosives in the field. Boom. Let's show some love to Paul Williams because he had sky-high aspirations because his work helped lead to the first prototype of the helicopter for the Navy in World War II. Richard Spice was smooth as glass when he created and patented the first automatic gear shift transmission in 1932. And I'll say this 1,000 more times. Black history is American history. I'll see you on the road.
It's so weird watching black people get mad at white people for starting functioning white communities. It's like, you know how happy we'd be to see black people start a functioning black community?
Like we would burn it down, right? Was that what you was about to say? Because that is the only thing that has ever happened in American history.
Sir, you don't understand. You're helping all Americans by taking all the racist people and moving them into one area. I may help you pack your bags and rent a moving truck for you. I may donate to your cause so we can get this thing rolling. We need y'all all to be in the same area so we know who exactly you people are.
I challenge any European American to name me one, just one, in 300 years, name me one time black people have built an all-black everything, right? A thriving community, a thriving functioning system, right? And white people have not destroyed it. Any group, any community, any town has been destroyed, burned down to the ground by European Americans. What's extremely disheartening from European Americans is in the year of 2025, they then say, oh, why aren't black people building functioning towns? You blew them all up. You think if you keep blowing up, bombing, and burning down every town that black people built, that we're just going to keep building more and more and more? You force black people to assimilate into American culture and then point the finger and say, why aren't you doing this? Your analogy is the same as burning down somebody's house, coming back the next day and say, hey, you know you're homeless, right?
I don't know how we'll start adjusting people that will actually sit on podcasts, especially when it comes to the spam colored people, to be honest, because some of them don't even know what they are saying, right? But because these podcasters just think that, okay, these people are controversial, let's just bring them, let them just say something that will be controversial and blah, blah, blah. That is what I see in all of these things. So I wish I have the power to retract some people from just going on a live broadcast so that you don't go there disgrace yourself. You don't go there to mess yourself up, to be honest. Because how will you say the people that look like me did not build anything? How does that make sense? Didn't you read history? Were you not aware? Were you not told? Were you not taught in schools? How did you just come up with decisions and feel like, okay, let me just go to the podcast. I just want to say something. Let me just go and say something fast. God have mercy. American wouldn't have been where it is today if it is not for black and brown people. You've seen from some of the clips I have in the video. American wouldn't have been American today if not for people that look like me, that went through hell, that went through iron, that went through the heat, that were enslaved. The name American wouldn't have been there. The pride wouldn't have been there. So when you tell people, go build your country, where are they going to? You have to go. Mhm. You have to go because where are they going to? You are sitting on their sweat. You were sitting on their hustle. They did not say anything. And you were still wrapping up your mouth. And you're saying, nobody built us. We can survive without this particular race. I want to put it out to you that in case you were watching this particular video, use France as a lesson to yourself. Because when France think they are almighty and nothing can happen, just a small shake coming from Africa as alone, as it stands now, they cannot stand. Just one small 30-something years old boy, Ibrahim Traore, president, sorry, honorable sir, shaking France. France is waving like this. And you dare to say we can survive without the black and brown people. I laugh because I know that you know the truth. It's just that you are being blind and then you want to deceive yourself. To say, okay, let it not look as if we are painting it and making the black people like this. Let's not give them a shoulder pad. Let's just go ahead and say, yes, we can do without them. They are nothing. We just left you people. Go and elect someone that will rule over America. you choose MAGAs. And now, what is the orange man doing to you? Why can't you go to that farm and farm? Why can't you go and do those labors since you think you're too strong? Why are your farmers coming out to cry to us and tell us, oh, please, orange man, bring back the black people? You don't even have anything to do. You need to be respecting the Black Americans, the foundational Black Americans, for giving you the opportunity to have a podcast seat. Because without most of their invention, their sweats, and so on and so forth, I don't think that seat you will be sitting would have been there. Maybe you would have been sitting on a plank, or probably, who will even give you plank? Probably still going back to those ancient days and then sitting on a nylon or something like that. Anyways, this is just for educational purpose, not to bash anybody. This is us airing out our opinion. Correct me in the comment section, right? I stand a chance to be corrected. I'm not perfect. And every clips and stitches used in today's episode, credit belongs to original creators of these videos. And yes, with no further ado, I'm going to be saying bye now. See you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you.